Give me a minute. I want to respond to Gerald Thomas's question here. He's saying that he's hearing that the Russian Air Force is taken to the skies to control the skies, and is that why they're losing more planes? And maybe that's part of it, but the analysts that I listen to are telling a very specific story. The story that they're telling is that the glide bombs that the Russian Air Force uses have a range of about 50 kilometers. If you want them to be precise, you got to drop them within a 50-kilometer range. And so this right here is that 50 kilometers. And so the Russians would have to drop their bombs from about there. Now, with the capture of Avdiivka, the front line has moved forward about another 5 kilometers. That changes things. That's 10% of the distance, right? They've now got to go 10% closer to where the Ukrainians are strong. And that's where they've hidden the Patriot system. And so the thinking among the analysts that I follow is that the planes have to get closer to where the Ukrainians are secure and have a Patriot battery that they can then use to take them out. Before the front line shifted that 5 to 7 kilometers, they didn't have to get that close. They could stay farther back. Where Avdiivka was too dangerous to bring a high-value weapon like a Patriot system into the city, right? And so they had to hold it back. Now, with the front line moved, they're forced to fly these sorties closer to the front line. My understanding is that the number of sorties in the Avdiivka direction, at least, has greatly been reduced since the withdrawal from Avdiivka. And that the number of sorties being flown has been greatly reduced since these jets started getting hit this week. But I don't know, right? Things change very quickly. It's a quickly evolving situation. The Russians are definitely pushing. They are pushing hard, and they are using their air assets all up and down the line. We're seeing it now in Robotny and in Kupiansk as well. But I think a lot of it has to do with that front line moving and the planes just having to get closer to where the Ukrainians have the more dangerous weapons. Thanks, Gerald.